court, and I don't see nothing but bums. You and your whole entire world know that I am the one. You and your squad ain't got nothing for me. Your organization is looking stressed, and now that you haters is running from me, I know that you see that I'm highly blessed.
Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Yeah, we live with your boy Coach G. Yeah, we live with your boy Monty.
You and your squad ain't got nothing for me. Your organization is looking stressed, and now that you haters is running from me, I know that you see that I'm highly blessed.
Well, look what we have here. Episode 47 of The Rewind, brought to you by Global Sports Entertainment 3. The boys are back. Your favorite two are back, the captain and the co-captain, but he's getting ready to be demoted to getting ready to get off the ship once Chicago loses weekend. Monty Moss alongside my co-host, BG Bryant Garvin. He's live in the mix at 6 on WBGI, Chicago's finest Temple alum. He is a four-time state champion in his co-head coaching career, over 400 career wins. He's also inducted to the Newark Hall of Fame. And better yet, his Chicago Bears and my New England Patriots live to see another week of football because in the playoffs, as you know, it is survive in advance. You cannot afford to lose at this time of the year. January is when you're supposed to play your best football. And Bryant, it does feel good to be in the divisional round this upcoming weekend. But what's good, man? 47, week 2, 2026. How are you, brother?
Look, we talked about this last week. Actually, at the beginning of the season,
And
said
what was
the
that?
Bears, we will be here. I always point to that sign. Yeah, I said we'll be here. Every year we go be here, and I'm going to wear this shirt until we lose. I'm gonna wear it tomorrow. I'm gonna wear it freaking Friday, and I'm not gonna wash it. How about that?
Oh no! Well, that'd be the reason right there the Bears lose because you gotta rinse that stuff off and dry it so it can be fresh and clean for this game's upcoming this weekend, man. But all grace to the good Lord. We're good to be here for episode 47, 3 away from 50. I'm not sure if that's a big thing in the podcasting world, but I'm sure in some form or fashion I will find a way, or we will find a way to make sure 50 is a good episode for you guys. I want to give a special shout out and congratulations again to our dog Chris and his lovely, beautiful son who's getting ready to turn one month next week. And if you haven't seen Chris and you wondering why he's not been on social media or active as much, because he hasn't slept in over 36 or 48 hours. So Chris is going through some life changes, and we want to make sure that our guy is health is wealth, and he's in good hands. So push. We're going to continue to push for everybody out there. And if you don't know what that means, pray until something happens. So we're going to keep this train rolling. And we got a pretty good episode tonight. 2 good guests. We are blessed to be joined with one of our guests that's coming on from the West Coast, the West Wing in LA. And we'll introduce him shortly. And then we are blessed with the presence of greatness from an OG, a legend, not also in the basketball world, but also in many communities out throughout New Jersey. We'll get him on shortly after. But Bryant, man, I'm pretty excited to talk about tonight because we get to preview the national championship game between Indiana and Miami. That's going to be a no-hose bar between two of Nick Saban's former assistants who both have won national championships under Nick Saban while they served their time and tenure at Alabama. We get to preview the Patriots and Texans. We got the Bears and the Rams. I mean, man, I can't wait, man. It's going to be a good episode. But you know, I do want to give a special congratulations also to our guy, Bryant, our guy, T. Coon, Big Coon, being the winner of this year's, or I should say last year's, 2025 GSC 3 Fantasy Football League. It's our second annual. It's our second year doing our Fantasy Football League with $100 buy-in. I will never, ever, 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 ever in the history of fantasy football history, as long as I play, and long as I continue to keep this GSC3 league going, allow 14 players to participate in the league. I don't know what was I thinking. I would never do that again. Ever. Bad idea. This is the worst year in my fantasy football career where I think I won like 6 games. Yeah. It was just atrocious. It was just
bad. It was just
bad.
That one will always tell you, if you draft right there in the middle or at the beginning, you're going to be okay. But if you draft at the end, you're done. You're talking about 28 picks before you. Oh man, that was
man. I had the 12th pick in the first round, and then my second pick after was like second round pick 40 or 14 or something like that. I'm like, how can I build a roster? How can I build a roster? So remind me, to never do that again. Ever.
I gave $100 away. Like, phew.
Yeah, pretty much. And I had to give if you do the math, it's $1,400. I had to give that away. Like, phew. a build I didn't expect, but all good. We live and we learn, and I won't do it again. But Brian, man, you ready to kick things off tonight? Man?
Yeah, I'm ready to kick it off. But Coon, he won. Coon. But guess what? Them damn Cowboys, they ain't winning shit because they ain't in the playoffs. So how about that?
Be careful. Chris is also a Cowboys fan. But I'm sure somewhere, somehow, Jerry's sitting trying to figure out. Yeah, you're right. Who cares? Who cares? If you haven't, please subscribe to our YouTube channel at the @rewind_GSC3, as well as follow us on all of our social media platforms at the @rewind_GSC3. We're almost to 300 subscribers. Pretty crazy to say. I know it's a slow grind. It's a long game. But I'm just happy with all the love and support that we received on all of our social media platforms throughout the year. And then so far, to start the year in 2026, we got a long year ahead. So we need all the love and support we can get as this elevation of the brand and the podcast continue to grow. And hopefully down the road, there'll be a nice little pot of gold for everybody where we can all benefit and eat from the same plate. So we're going to keep putting in the work. Let's get this thing started, episode 47. Let's get our first guest. This brother is from LA. Well, let me rewind that. He's originally from Indiana, but he's living a good life now in California. Good weather, warm weather. I meant to put a picture in
California,
in the deck. Dang. Pardon me, man. I meant to put a picture in there, but he has worked in IT for a local community college in California for over 3 decades. He is also a longtime Los Angeles Lakers fan and a Dodgers fan. And yes, the Dodgers fans just took one of the best clothes, if not the best clothes when healthy, from my New York Mets, Mr. Edwin Diaz. He is now a Dodger. He's an avid football, baseball, and basketball watcher, and he's joining us live from the headquarters in LA where he currently works. He's the only employee in the building, but that's what happens when you got the keys to the building and you can do what you want, when you want, however you want. So Count Smooth, Charles Hughes in the house. What's up, brother? Good to see you, man.
What's good, fellas? It's good to be here. It's interesting to be in the pot instead of watching from the outside. So,
well,
you're in the lab, baby. You're in the lab.
Hey, look, go ahead, Bryant.
You on and live. So
yeah.
We basically we're assassins today. So I'm just coming at it. Yeah,
that's cool.
Underneath
it's Kevlar under here. It's Kevlar under here.
Let's get it. Let's unbutton it and let's get it.
It's Kevlar.
Hey, Cal, man, I have one of the privileges to actually say this, and it feels good to say it. Well, it took you 47 episodes to get here. What took you so long? I mean, what took you so long?
It's a thing called an invitation.
Cal, you are a man of faith, and you are a man of God. You do know, as they say, God's time is better than anybody's time.
That's right. Mm-hmm. So it was God that put it.
Yep.
Gotcha.
He aligned this. He said, you know what? Let's get Cal going for 47. I said, no problem. Hey, man.
It had nothing to do with pressing sin from your end.
Oh, man. One of the things I learned in life, man, communication is a two-way street, man. Not saying it like that in terms of you, but just in life in general,
Hey, you got my phone number.
I sure do, baby. I sure do. But it's good to see you, man. How's sunny side LA, man? You ready for tonight? Are you ready?
Absolutely, man. It was like 78 degrees here today. Oops, sorry.
Oh man, come on, man.
Hey.
Look. I've been in this cold weather.
Come on, man. Don't say that.
I'm not gonna say 55 years. I'm gonna say 53 because I spent 2 years in Oklahoma. So for 53 years, I've been in cold weather, and I am paying for it. Oh man.
Nah. Like Monty said, I'm originally from Indiana. That's why I live in LA.
Do you miss it?
Hey, and it's supposed to be 80 tomorrow too.
Oh man.
All right, tonight's episode has been brought to you by Global Sports Entertainment 3. That would do it. Episode 47. We'll see you guys next week. Good luck to all the teams out there for this weekend as well as National Championship. And, we'll do this thing again. Nah, but in all seriousness, man, you can't come on there just talking about how good the weather is. You can't do that to us East Coast guys, man.
Oh, sorry.
You can't do that, man. I mean.
Oh, okay.
Hey, look. Well, It's gonna be cold. It's gonna be cold in Chicago.
To make you feel better, we use these in the morning.
Hey, LA is going to need those on the weekend though, because they got covered practice on Saturday in Chicago.
Yes, sir.
Oh man, well, good thing Calc's not a Rams fan.
That's gonna be a good one.
That's
gonna be a good one.
He's gonna look like Fred Sanford. The hands gonna be like this.
I tell you who won't though.
Who?
Puka Nacua.
Yeah. Yeah. See, I can't say nothing about that, man. The kid he's a beast. He's tough.
And he ain't even got paid yet. Oof. I hope the Rams got the Brinks truck and the checkbook ready to go.
They'll take care of him.
Yeah, oh yeah.
They'll take care of him.
Yeah.
Truth.
Let's get our second guest in here. A legend, a living legend. If you didn't know, this brother by the name of Kyle Anderson Sr. comes from a family deeply rooted in athletics. Kyle's father, if you did not know, was an All-American in football and track at the University of where? Indiana, one of the first African-Americans drafted into the NFL, and played for the Chicago Cardinals and the New York Giants. He later coached at Maryland State, now known as University of Maryland Eastern Shore, developing future NFL players such as Art Shell, Carl Harrison, Emerson Boozer, and others. Kyle played high school basketball at Lower Cape May Regional High School in South Jersey and continued at Glassboro State College, which is now called Rowan University. Me being a Ramapo alum, I know a little bit of things about Rowan University. He began his coaching career in 1993 as an assistant varsity coach at Snyder High School in Jersey City, later becoming the head coach at Ferris High School, where he won the 1998 Hudson County Championship. During his time in high school coaching, his son, Kyle Anderson, who is known as Lil Kyle for folks in New Jersey, grew up around the game, attending practice camps and clinics with him. He later served as assistant coach at St. Peter's College under the great John Doon before stepping away to fully enjoy Kyle's high school basketball career. During that time, he also coached with the highly successful Players Club. If you didn't know, that's the AAU team program that's based out of New Jersey, helping develop numerous future college and professional players. After a 10-year break from coaching, Kyle has returned to the sidelines as the assistant varsity and head JV coach at Hillel Yeshiva High School in Ocean Township, New Jersey, South Jersey, for those folks out there that may not know. The future is open, but damn it, as Kyle says, he is back where he belongs. So the great Kyle Anderson Sr. joining us live on episode 47. Kyle, man, thank you for taking the time out to join us and bless us with your presence. We bow down to the OGs on the platform. How are you, brother? Good to see you.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate the invitation. I did get an invitation. I appreciate it. And I'm looking forward to talking with you fellas. I mean, the legend is Brian. He's the legend. I'm not, he's high school coaching legend.
Hey, look, I'm sitting here looking at it, and he coached at Ferris High School.
Yeah.
There was a kid, I was coaching at American International College back in 1994 and 95. And there's a running back that I recruited out of Ferris High School. He was probably the best back during that time. I forgot his name.
Jeter?
Yes. Jeter. Yes. Yeah. Yo, that kid was tough.
Yeah.
Jeter was tough. You see how small this world is?
Yeah.
It is amazing. Yes. Jeter.
A basketball player too.
Yes, he was an athletic kid, and man, he just couldn't. When he was at American AS, he just couldn't get right. But man,
and he ended up getting in a car accident, and he's been paralyzed for the past 20 years.
Are you serious?
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Oh man, that's tough to hear, man.
Yeah. He had a tough life. I mean, his situation and
right.
Heck of a football. I mean, I've seen him at Ferris, run for 5 touchdowns, 400 yards in a game.
Yes.
In a game.
In one game. Twice. Yes. And that's what nobody was recruiting the kid, on a Division I level. I came in and basically was like, no, let's get this young man going, and gave him a full ride. And to hear the fact that he's paralyzed, and that's devastating news. Man, wow.
Okay. Yeah. Oof. I'm sure, Brian, you being a part of his life in that form of fashion of being a part of the recruitment process and then getting him down to ASC, that's got to be devastating to hear, because I'm sure it's probably been well over maybe 5-10 years since last time, or probably longer since you've been in contact with him or talked to him.
Yeah, I haven't spoken to him since 1994 when I left. I went to Lockhaven after that year. So it's been a minute, and man, I love to see him and talk to him. I definitely have to stop
and to
by.
be honest with you, I hope he's still with us. I mean, I haven't been in the Jersey City area since I retired 5 years ago. So I'm hoping, but when I was up there living, he did get in a bad car accident and was paralyzed from the waist down.
Wow, man. Wow.
Yeah,
well, fun fact for you guys out there that they may not know, the name of Billy Garrett, and Kyle Anderson Sr. knows a little thing or two about him. Kyle Anderson Sr.'s father, him and Billy went to Indiana together. And if you didn't know, Billy Grant was the first black player in the Big Ten. Something I learned new tonight prior to tonight's episode. So we want to shine a light on the great Billy Grant for pretty much Billy Garrett, for paving the way for many other black players to also be successful in the track world, but also in the basketball world and Big Ten and throughout college athletics. So special. Chris, can we get the clap for Billy Garrett if we have that available? Can we get that? I don't know if Chris has that tonight for us. He might not. If he does it, there it is. There it is. All right, folks, let's get straight down to business, because January 19th, Martin Luther King Day, this upcoming Monday, is going to be a tale of two. We are down to two, and it's going to be a no-holds-bar, a good old slobber knocker between two teams that are going to be it's going to be a high-anticipated matchup. Both coaches know each other well, obviously, of course, from being together or coaching under the great Nick Saban. And this is going to be an interesting game, and this is how the two teams got here. We got Kirk Cignetti on the right, but prior to that, this is the current bracket of how we got here between these two teams and their journey to get there. And I think one of the most impressive wins for Miami during this playoff run was beating Ohio State, but more importantly, holding Ohio State in that offense of 14 points. Yes, the following game, they did give up over 27 points to Ole Miss, and that's okay. But defensively, Bryant, you know these two teams well. You've seen the tape on Miami and Indiana this year. But what are you looking forward to seeing from these two high-scoring teams that can score at what we saw? Indiana pretty much blow the brakes off Oregon in their rematch from earlier this past season in the Big Ten. But what do you look forward to seeing on Monday night?
Well, when they play against Oregon, that was basically almost like a basketball game that's going back and forth. Oregon is really not known defensively. They score a lot of points and basically try to outscore you. This Indiana-Miami game is a different juggernaut. Miami defensively is very, very physical. They lost a couple of games, but, you got to remember, too, that during the course of the season, you have injuries, and it's hard to put a second string or third string player in there and then kind of mix things up and kind of stay the same. But when you're a 100% healthy Miami team versus 100% healthy overage Indiana team, because they are 24, 25, they got NFL players playing college. It's just
you just had to throw that in there.
Let's not bash Indiana.
It's just mind-boggling to me. But I know Kirk Cignetti very well. He coached me, and I also basically coached with him during my first year stint at Temple, coaching with him. So I know him on both sides of the coin. He's a very focused guy. He's very rigid, and he has fun off the field, like he said. But when he's in that office, he's definitely head on. You got two teams here that's going to basically go at it offensively, but it's going to come down to defense. Without any question, who's going to make the first mistake? The team that makes the most mistakes is going to win. I'm just going to lose. And basically, I got Miami basically winning this game.
Hang on. We haven't got there yet.
I know we haven't gotten that yet, but strategically, Miami, they are huge. Their offensive line, it's like 6'7", 6'5", 6'6". It's just a tremendous, large offensive line. It reminds me of the old Michigan back 2 years ago, where the offensive line looked. Those guys are massive. Indiana, they are 3-star guys, but they are old 3-star guys. Yeah. So it's just it's kind of weird the way this football game is kind of lining up, but yet pound for pound, man, it's going to be a war.
Cal, I'll come to you because you said that prior to tonight's episode that you were looking forward to having the conversation to break down this upcoming game on Monday. Indiana right now is a 8.5 favorite. I personally have a problem with that because that tells me that Vegas has no love or respect for Mario Cristobal and his Miami Hurricanes. And we know, Calc, that Miami has been on an historic season run. They deserve to be here to be in a national championship game. We know the U and the love from the Jimmy Johnson days and of course, all the alumni from there, from Michael Irvin to Ray Lewis and down. But from a defensive standpoint, what do you look forward to seeing from Miami in terms of stopping Indiana? We know Mendoza, he can play. He had a really good game last game against Oregon. I mean, the game was over by the third quarter. Let's call it for how we see it. But what do you look forward to seeing from Miami from a defensive perspective on this game on Monday night?
Well, I think Miami is going to have their work cut out for them, because if the Mendoza that showed up for the Indiana-Oregon game shows up, he was throwing BBs. And it was every time that he let the ball go, it was dropping. He was shooting fish in the bucket. I was like, geez, this guy is just lighting them up. So true, Miami's defense is quick. They're big, but I think the X factor is going to be how Mendoza shows up, and it's also going to turn into how Miami's QB shows up.
Carson Beck. I got confidence in Carson Beck. I mean, they call him the check down king, but
sometimes he'll throw it to the other team. So
that's true. That's true.
So that's going to be, and I think the game might end up coming down to special teams, to be honest.
Oh, wow.
It'll be a return, be a kickoff return, punt return, to have the momentum just shift, and then I think that'll do it.
Okay. Kyle, I'll come to you because we look at Indiana and we know from a speed factor that leans towards Miami 1,000%. We talk about a discipline from a disciplinary standpoint. We know that Kirk Connetti's got Indiana in a headlock. I'm not sure Mario Cristobal can edge Indiana in that factor. Pass rush, we know Indiana can get to the quarterback with 4, hands down. Explosiveness, that leans towards Miami. But from a consistency standpoint, throughout the college football playoff, it has leaned toward more of Indiana than Miami. I can make the argument hands down. Now, you like Indiana to win this upcoming game on Monday night against Miami, but let me just give you a reminder, Mr. Kyle, that this game on Monday night is at Hard Rock Stadium, where the Miami Hurricanes play. So tell the world why you believe that Indiana will be the national champions on Monday.
Well, let me start it off by saying I've never made a sports bet in my life, but I'm putting 500 for my father.
Oh,
I had to, I don't know if you know Mark Jarrell Wright, but I had to call Mark up and ask, yo, man, can I just send you 500? And I don't even know how to play this number or
bet parlay.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it. I'm just going to put $500 for my father. And if it wins, it wins. If it loses, it loses. I think it's going to come down to, and the speed is on Miami's side. And as Brian alluded to, the age is on Indiana's side. I think it's going to come down to who has the least amount of turnovers. And I'm banking on the experience and the old headness of Indiana to have less mistakes and less turnovers and them to come out on top.
It'll be an interesting game on Monday night. I personally, I just think this is going to be a really good game for the college football world. No two better teams to be in the college football playoff for the national championship than Indiana, than Miami. All due respect, Georgia had an opportunity, lost to Ole Miss. We all knew once the defensive coordinator and offensive coordinator departed from Ole Miss during the playoffs, that was pretty much all she wrote, because too early to have a turnaround in terms of personnel and trying to get things in flow for the Ole Miss upcoming game that they wound up losing to, which was against Miami. So this is going to be an interesting matchup. I like to see what Carson Beck's going to do, and I like to see what Mendoza is going to do. You're on the biggest stage. The entire world's watching you, and Mendoza, You are projected to be number 1 draft pick. My simple message to you, show me and show us, show the world why the Raiders should draft you at number 1 and go out there and ball. And for Carson Beck, he's had an interesting collegiate career. He's able to come into Miami for Mario Cristobal and pretty much have the best single career of his life. We do know that he struggled at Georgia under Kirby Smart, but I like to see what Carson Beck can do also because the running game is there for Miami, but both teams from an offensive line perspective, they are pretty big juggernaut guys at that front line. And if Indiana can get to Carson Beck with 4, Miami's going to have a long day at the office. So let's get into our picks for this upcoming Monday night national championship game. Bryant, I'll start with you, and I'll end with myself. We'll go down the line. Who you like Monday night, Indiana or Miami?
Oh, I definitely have Miami winning this game, but it's going to be a stretch between a 4 and a 7 point game. You always say I always choose 3, but now I'm going 4 to 7 points. But here's one of the things that I'm going to add into it as well. This game here will always have a question mark behind Miami. You know, when I want to say this because what would have happened if they allowed either BYU and Notre Dame to play against Miami? What would have happened? We would never know. And this is a disservice. This is why they made mistakes, because Notre Dame could have possibly beaten
right here.
Miami and be right there playing against Indiana. And that would have been a border battle. You talking about a football game with 2 Indiana teams in the same state going at it in Miami, that would have freaking sold billions of dollars if we're having that type of border battle. They missed the boat. They should have let Notre Dame in there to prove their worth and play against Miami again for a rematch, and then that's make it what it is. They messed up big time.
They did. So who do you got? What's your score prediction? Score prediction.
My score prediction. I want to say give it a 27-23 football game, Miami.
Okay. Cal, Brian's going with Miami. Who do you like to win? And give us your score prediction for Monday night.
Well, being from Indiana, that's where I'm going. IU.
Indiana, baby.
I'm going IU. And to Brian's point, I'm a Notre Dame fan, so it hurt to not be there, but that's water under the bridge. But I think Indiana, and I got it a bit lopsided. I'm going to go 34-17.
34-17. Kyle, now we know you have great roots from the University of Indiana.
Go Hoosiers.
Go Hoosiers. You got
Hoosiers.
You got a score prediction?
My prediction point-wise is 33-27.
Oh,
yeah.
33. I mean, both teams can score. Both teams can score. Well, folks, you know, we got 2 Hoosiers, we got 1 Miami, and you know, I'm sure people are probably gonna ask me, well, Monty, who are you going for? Who do you like to win national championship and why? Well, I don't know. Mario Cristobal has pretty much resurrected his coaching career and took Miami back to the standard of what Miami used to be in the 90s. And then flip side, I never thought I would see the day in all of God's precious green earth, blue skies, blue water. I never thought I'd say today, say that Indiana, the Indiana Hoosiers, will be in a national championship game live televised on Monday night in front of the world. Never would have even imagined Indiana basketball. Oh, of course, that's a program historian. Yes, of course. Football? Oh, hell no. I'd have been like, man, you got what you got, smoking PCP or something? What's going on here? But listen, the power of NIL and the power of striking gold with a good head coach to come in and change the organization and foundation. They don't even say university anymore. They say organization. This is where we are in college football. Curt Cignetti being the 3rd highest paid head coach in the country. He wins on Monday night. Guaranteed they might as well make him the highest paid in the country after this. So, you know, I'm just going to go with the Indiana Hoosiers. Give me the Hoosiers. Curt Cignetti, let it ride. Let it ride. Let it ride.
And I just want to say this, Coach Cignetti, if you guys win, you know, I'm sorry for going against you, but I think you're going to lose anyway. The U, baby. It's just what it is. I got to take the U. I got to be the oddball out, but I just go by what I see.
That's fine. And if when you lose on Monday night, you got to come on here, episode 48 with the Hoosiers gear. How about that? Because Kurt's gonna see this. Kurt's gonna see this. And you a former player, and you coached under him as a gratis. Oh man,
Chicago will still be playing, so he got to have his Bears shirt on.
That damn
no,
right.
they won't be in it either, Kyle. They won't be in it either. Don't worry about it.
Just trying to keep him up.
Oh, for 2.
You lost your damn mind.
Give me the Hoosiers. I'm going to say score prediction. I'm going to go with Indiana 35. I'm going to go Hoosier. I'm sorry, 35-24. 35-24. I think defensively, Kirk Cignetti, he knows how to get the most out of his team. That's squeezing that orange juice until you can't squeeze that anymore to the last drop, and he will do that. Nothing against Mario Cristobal. He's had a great season, but Cignetti is the better coach in this, from my opinion. Saban loves Kurt Cignetti and raves about him all the time at his time at Alabama. So look forward to seeing that. You guys can catch this action Monday night, 7:30 Eastern time on ESPN. Kurt Kirkstreet is going to be on the call, and along with Chris Fowler. And I cannot wait to see these two teams get it on, because it's going to be a juggernaut and it's going to be a slobber knocker. And damn it, Kurt Cignetti, this is the biggest place you have been in your coaching career. Yes, everywhere you went, you have changed the program and won. But this right here, to go to Indiana, never finished in his coaching career, but to make Indiana a national champion, you will be forever lifetime contract Indiana from now until eternity. Let's go Hoosiers. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Let's switch gears. NFL Divisional Round preview, as well as where we're breaking down some head coaching firings. And I know we say firings, but let's pivot to stepping down, and that's former NFL team Pittsburgh Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin, after over 18 years with the organization, having all winning seasons since being a head coach for the Pittsburgh Steelers. You know, the Rooney family, they do things with class in the organization. Only 3 head coaches have ever coached there, and Mike Tomlin stepping down. But, Cal, I'll start with you. What was your initial reaction? Of course, we saw the Steelers lose on Monday night against the Houston Texans in the wild card round. The Texans are moving on to play the Patriots on Sunday. But when you saw the news of Mike Tomlin stepping down from the Steelers, what was your reaction?
It didn't surprise me because it was rumblings leading up to and through the playoffs for them. And they were coming for his neck, ultimately, because they had gotten tired of the 500 or never having a losing season. The Steelers are built on championships. I believe they have 6 Super Bowl championships. So,
like the Patriots.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
Somebody sneezed, I think, huh? But yeah, they're used to a winning mantra, so they don't care about the regular season victories. The regular season is one thing, but the championships are what the Steeler nation is really looking for. But and so I think he had heard it, and I think he just he was like, well, hey, if you don't want me here, I may as well pack my stuff and go. He won't be without a job long if he elects to. I think he'll probably sit out a year or two, do TV. But when he's ready, he'll have a job waiting for him.
Kyle, I'll come to you because we know the standard of what the Steelers have set. Bill Cowher being a Super Bowl champion, Mike Tomlin only winning 1 Super Bowl during his tenure with the Steelers in 18 seasons. And we know the Steelers' last playoff win was in 2016 season. I'm sorry, but they won January 2017 against Kansas City, 18-16 was their final in that game. From seeing the news of Mike Tomlin stepping down, what are the next steps for the Pittsburgh Steelers organization, as well as what do you predict to see from Mike Tomlin as he gets ready to break down what's his next few steps in terms of his future? Is it TV, or do you see him get another job?
Well, first of all, I think in the last 5 years, if he would have been let go or retired, I wouldn't have been surprised. It was time for Mike to go. Sometimes when you stay in one area too long, you get a little stagnant, and they need some fresh blood to come in. he's such a class act that I'm glad he went out the way he did go out. What the Steelers have to find now is a good coach, which, isn't really easy to do. And so that's going to be a task within itself. And I think he'll do TV. I'm not sure he'll get back. If he never got back into football, or at least the pros, I wouldn't be shocked, because I don't know exactly how old he is, but he's not a spring chicken. He's not old, but he's not a spring chicken either. And the pros change just like high school kids change. It's not the same. Like, Brian, I'm back on the sideline, but I tell you what, these kids aren't I can't even curse.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even curse. So it's a big change, and I probably wouldn't have got back into coaching if it wasn't for I'm retired and I'm bored. But I think Mike will go into doing some TV. And,
Brian, that sound familiar, don't it?
Yeah.
Sound familiar, don't it, Brian?
I just got back from the coaches convention, so he's
got that itch again, Kyle. He's got that itch again.
Basketball?
Either or, basketball or football. I can do both. I got a little bit of an itch, so coming from there, it was a football coaches convention down there, and just trying to see if I could get back into it. But you're right. When I was coaching at Morehouse, things are different.
Yeah.
Football wise, and you don't practice like you used to, and you don't hit and practice anymore, and you do more talking than you do really practicing. And now, with Coach Signetti, I remember with those guys, we used to practice 2.5 hours, but now that he practices 1 hour and 45 minutes, and you got coaches talking about, following that regime of practicing 1 hour and 45 minutes. It's different. It's just really, really different now. So I don't blame Mike Tomlin from stepping down. I really don't. I don't think he ever go come back. He's done it for so long.
I think he'll be back in coaching. I wouldn't rule it out. I mean, I think it's different, man. I think Mike will be in an Andy Reid 2.0 type of situation. I don't see Mike retiring from the game. He has a lot to still give. He still's got a lot in the tank. And I just think with a new environment, a new organization with a front office, just a new scenery. I mean, he's been there for over 18 years. A new scenery, you never know what can turn out from it. Same thing that we said about Andy Reid. We never know if he's going to coach again. And then fast forward, Andy Reid went to the Kansas City Chiefs and helped build that organization and put it back to pretty much back on top with Patrick Mahomes. So Mike Tomlin has the ingredients. But for this sake of argument, Brian, we talk about Mike Tomlin, yes, never having a losing season, but since 2020, Bryant, the Steelers have lost. 2020, lost in a wild card. 2021, they lost in a wild card. 2022, they didn't make the playoffs, but they still had a winning record. 23, they lost in a wild card. 24 and 25, last 3 years, Steelers have lost in the wild card. So with Mike Tomlin being gone, Bryant, where do the Steelers go next? Because Aaron Rodgers is old. I am sure he is leaving the game. I don't see him coming back, rather it's the Steelers or any other team. And I damn sure know with how he is as a player, with his arrogance and his ego, he's not coming back to be nobody's backup. So where do the Steelers go from here, Brian? In your opinion, they still have DK Metcalf. They still have TJ Watt on the defensive side. Where do the Steelers go?
I'm going to go, take a fishing rod and just go try to fetch this one and come out of left field. But, there are so many guys or so many teams that's going after the Chicago Bears coaching staff. I think they may go that route and get a fresh young guy, because that's a longevity place. That's longevity. They like to keep coaches 15, 20 years. So it'd be a perfect fit for a younger coach to bring in a new quarterback, not a veteran, but someone that's young, and they can kind of grow together over his term. That's that type of football over in Pittsburgh. That's what they like. They keep the Jerome Bettises for 20 years and then just run them to the ground and then start all over again. So that's why I see it don't even have to be the Bears. It can be some other staff. It can be Flores over there. Who knows? It can be someone from Houston. one of these young cats that we don't know too much about. These coordinators that's coming out of the woodworks. It's 101 jobs now, so it can be basically with Pittsburgh. It can be anybody, but you got to understand that I think that Pittsburgh is going after a young quarterback. 'Cause they've had too many old heads, and they're just not winning with those guys.
Yeah, I think what more importantly, what us as fans of the sport should do is pretty much give Mike Tomlin his flowers while he is here, and that's pretty much a 18-year career of greatness, of success. I mean, yes, the last 3 years he hasn't been able to get out of the first round, but there has been no other head coach in the game of football in the National Football League that has done what Mike Tomlin has done, and that's to never have a losing season as a head coach in the NFL. That right there speaks volumes itself. Yes, did he have struggles after Big Ben left and having to deal with Kenny Pickett? Absolutely. Did they not get the quarterback situation correct? Absolutely. Did they take a risk in bringing in a veteran like Aaron Rodgers who's in his 40s? Yes. Did it work out? Not necessarily, but they did have another winning season, finished with over 10 wins, and they did make the playoffs. So I think when Steelers fans look back on this, yes, this might not have been the success that they would have envisioned in terms of standard, and that's winning Super Bowls, not being back to the Super Bowl since 2009-10 season when they beat the Arizona Cardinals, in the Super Bowl with James Harrison with the 98-yard interception on Kurt Warner. But at the end of the day, I think Steelers fans, you have been blessed, to say the least, to have a coach in your building like Mike Tomlin, and to keep that standard that Mr. Rooney and the Rooney family pretty much set upon the great Bill Cowher. So applaud Mike Tomlin and wishing him best of luck. But it would be crazy if he were to interview for the Baltimore Ravens job, hypothetically. There's a lot of good openings out there. You got the Giants, you got the Ravens. Who wouldn't want to go coach Lamar Jackson, Zay Flowers, Mark Andrews, Derrick Henry? And again, the Ravens are another organization that we could say, fellas, that they need an injection of new poison, new change of scenery as far as the head coach. And nothing against John Harbaugh, but as Kyle said, you stay somewhere for a long period of time. Mm-hmm. Eventually, some people don't get the opportunity to write their own ending in terms of how they leave. But Mike Tomlin was one of the few coaches that were able to do that, to step down. And we wish him the best of luck in his future, rather his TV or rather his coaching. We know Mike Tomlin's got a lot left in the tank, and I look forward to seeing what happens in the near future for him and his career and his family. So moving forward, we got Broncos and Bills playoff matchup this upcoming weekend. If you didn't know, the Broncos are 8-1 at home. That is very, very important, especially entering playoffs. They only lost to the Jags at home this upcoming season, which was a 34-20 loss. The Bills won their last matchup last season when these two teams faced off 31-7. Josh Allen had 272 passing yards that game, and James Cook, the Cookler, had 120 yards rushing. Broncos only sacked Josh Allen once in that game last year. But already looking at this game, that's definitely not going to cut it. So, Kyle, what do you look forward to seeing from this matchup between the Broncos and Bills? We know that Bo Nix had a really good year. Sean Payton's got Denver back in the playoffs. But the Bills last weekend, not a lot of people had confidence in them to beat Jacksonville on the road with the struggles that they had this coming season, especially from the receiving core with Keon Coleman. But James Cook and the offensive line is pretty much in sync right now. What do you look forward to seeing from these two teams?
I'm looking for Josh Allen to be elite. The elite quarterbacks aren't left in this playoffs. Jalen's out, Mahomes out. My man, you got to step up. It's time for you to win it. The door is open for you. And I know, but you're the elite quarterback left in the playoffs. And I like Caleb Wilson. I like him, but he's not elite like Josh. So I'm looking for him to stud.
Okay. I'm looking forward too. Charles, what do you look forward to seeing? Because this is going to be Bo Nix's first career playoff game at home, sold out crowd in the Mile High. And we know that Sean Payton in the playoffs, I won't say anything after that. But who do you like to win this upcoming weekend between the Broncos and Bills? Sorry.
I'm going to ride with Kyle. It's Josh Allen or bust, really, because Bo Nix has had the propensity to start slow and then try to pick it up or ride off the coattails of the defense from time to time. So if Josh can be that X factor, scrambling for and getting touchdowns by running, it'll change the complexion of the game, I think. Now, granted, Denver's defense can be pretty formidable. They stack up in all the metrics inside the top 10 throughout all of them, be it running, passing, whatever. But playoffs is different.
Oh yeah,
and it's gonna it's whoever kind of folds up first is gonna really kind of determine what happens here.
Brian, agree or disagree with me? I like as much as it pains me to probably say this, I like the Bills to win this upcoming game just off experience. We know Coach Sean McDermott. He's hungry to get right back to that AFC Championship where they were knocking at the door and just couldn't get it done last year. Losing against Kansas City, but Josh Allen right now, being one of the highest paid quarterbacks in the league, having that chip on his shoulder after losing last year. Nothing like experience matters in the postseason. I don't care what anyone says. Experience matters. And we know Denver, with Bo Nix being his first career start, jitters, all the stuff like that. Sean Payton's going to have to dial up a really good game because, Buffalo's defense is no slouch. I mean, of course, Trevor Lawrence and Travis Etienne couldn't get it done last weekend, but I like the Bills, man. I think if they can establish a run early, get James Cook going early, establish a flow and momentum for the play-action game downfield, getting Keon Coleman involved, getting him some touch because we know he's an important piece for this Bills offense. I see Josh Allen and the Bills going into Denver and winning. And look, they went into Jacksonville, another tough place to play in the playoffs, a true road game, and they get another opportunity to go into Denver and have another road kill prepared. So is all the pressure on Buffalo this game, Bryant, or is all the pressure on Sean Payton and the Broncos?
How many leprechauns is the Buffalo Bills going to need? How many fucking leprechauns? They've been there 4 times. Think about this. They've been there 4 times, I think. Am I right?
Super Bowl,
4 times in the Super Bowl.
Yes.
4 times and lost all 4. And they haven't won one. But yet, wait my ass. Josh Allen has been there several times, and now you want him to come out here with another leprechaun?
Well, Bryant. To your point,
the hell out of here.
To the point. Listen, last week, Buffalo hadn't won a road playoff game since 1992. They done that. That's step 1. That's step
Leprechaun.
1.
Leprechaun.
Well, maybe Leprechaun's going to be one of Denver.
Who did they beat?
The Jacksonville Jaguars, or a 12-win team.
Right, a 12-win team that haven't won shit since they started. This is the first year that they've ever been in this situation.
No, they were in the AFC Championship against my Patriots in 2016.
It was
Blake
so long
Bortles,
ago. It was
Jalen Ramsey.
So long ago we can't even remember. But
I do.
At the end, but this is you're talking about 10 years ago.
Listen.
10 years. You was barely wiping your ass 10 years ago.
Look, the Bears don't have a pedestal to stand on either. Don't open up a door you can't close. Okay.
Look,
who do you like, Denver or Buffalo?
Denver. I'm going with Denver.
Okay.
Historically, Denver has always produced in the playoffs majority of the damn time. So it's not like a confidence thing. They're going to come out and coming for their ass. They don't care about Josh Allen. The name don't win games. He's got to show up. He's got to finish. He can't finish. Defensively, they usually don't finish. They give up 35 points and lose freaking 36-35. I have no faith in that football team. I really, especially in the playoffs, at all. They give up too many damn points. If you want to win a Super Bowl, if you want to win playoff games, you can't give up more than 14 to 17 points. It's just that simple. Unless you want to keep going back and forth in the throwing league. I get it. But your defense has got to show up, and Josh Allen's got to finish.
He's got to finish.
He hasn't finished.
You're right.
Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong.
Show you, right? Show
me. It's a show me state. It's like Missouri. Show me. because at the end of the day, you can't sit here and tell me that this is a good Denver team that they go come in and just whoop. No,
I don't think it'll be a cakewalk game. I mean, listen,
no.
Denver's 14-3, right? They've only lost one game at home this past season, regular season, which is impressive. Sean Payton has revamped this offense with Bo Nix and company, pretty much losing J.K. Dobbins though to the IR hurt at Denver, and a run game is also what you need to be successful in the playoffs. Correct. Now, Cortland Sutton has been the pretty much wide receiver one, for Bo Nix throughout the entire season, who's had a really good year, having over 1,000-yard receiving, 7 touchdowns on the year, 74 receptions. That's impressive from the year he had before. But listen, offensively, Denver, we know Denver can make plays and can score. We can also say the same thing for Buffalo. They can make plays and they can score. Which defense is going to not allow the opposing team to get off the field on third down? Because last year, this Denver defense didn't really change that much, Brian, from last year. And this Denver defense only sacked Josh Allen one time. You can't not allow Josh Allen to have him to run out the pocket, to have extend plays, and you damn sure if you want to win this game, you got to sack Josh Allen more than one time.
And you think they don't know that from last year?
I sure.
And the last time they played, you already know the deal. You already know it. It's just Josh Allen. It's a 50-50 game.
So do you see Denver getting after it and getting to Josh Allen? Do you see
absolutely. Okay. And where's the game being played?
Thank you, Kyle. In Denver.
That's the key.
I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna make a huge valid point too.
Sure.
That altitude is a bitch.
But you fail to remember Josh Allen's played there before. It's not his first time.
But you got to understand. See, when I was at Temple and we played Wyoming, and when I was in Oklahoma, and we went up way up in the air, I was about to die. I played there before. That don't mean shit. It takes you 2 weeks to get used to that shit.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
it does. It's just what it is. So
it's a different animal.
It's a whole different man. I swear, I feel like I'm gonna have a heart attack in Wyoming. I swear, I couldn't believe it was so goddamn hot, and I was in there like patting up. My heart was skipping a beat like 2 or 3 times. I said, "What the hell is going on?" And it was my first time experiencing that shit, and I said, this is real, and it takes a minute for your body to get used to it. And back next thing you know, it's the 4th damn quarter. So playing there, that Mile High, that's why they named it Mile High, because you can't run in it.
We'll see. I look forward to it, man. This is going to be an exciting game, man. I really look forward to it. The pressure versus mobility is a key factor in this game when we look at these two teams match up. So everyone's got their picks for this game. Brian's going with Denver. Charles, who do you like? Did you give your prediction? Who do you like?
I'm gonna go with Buffalo.
Okay, Kyle.
Yep, I'm going Buffalo.
Hey, look, man. House 3-1. House favorite 3-1. Brian's on the opposing end once again. If he ain't learned from the Miami game, he gonna learn from this game right here to take Buffalo on the road into Denver. Thank you. I have spoken. Appreciate it. 49ers and Seahawks, another division matchup, a rematch. We know these two teams split the season series in the regular season, but 49ers coming off an impressive win going into Philly. I'm sure the plans weren't to lose George Kittle with a torn ACL. He'll be done for the year, but these two teams know each other well. And listen, if there's anybody that has had the worst amount of losses to his team, both on the offense and defensive side, it's been Kyle Shanahan and the San Francisco 49ers. But what the job Kyle Shanahan has done, listen, if I'm John Lynch in ownership, we might as well just give Kyle Anderson.
I'll take it.
we give it to him too. We give it to him too.
Money, so I'll take it.
They might as well just give Kyle Shanahan a lifetime contract, because what he's been able to do for that organization is, from an offensive perspective, with Brock Purdy, and even not having Brock Purdy most of the year, bouncing back and forth. I mean, with Mac Jones, this right here, I don't know how much San Francisco's got left in the tank. We know that, Coach Saleh, defense coordinator for the 49ers, is already seeking a lot of interest from head coaching offers after the season is already done. And of course, the focus is on this game. But one thing I will say, Seattle's having the top two defense. I would say 1A, 1B between them and Houston, especially what Houston was able to do on Monday night against Pittsburgh. But and I've told Bryant this, I don't trust Sam Darnold in a playoff game to save all three of you lives, including mine, because if we go back a year ago, yes, he didn't have the same defense in Minnesota, but he had a hell of an offense in Minnesota, and that man couldn't even put up over 14 points in that loss last year. So I'm not saying Seattle's going to lose. I'm not saying they're going to win. But the turnover battle, Sam Darnold's going to throw at least an interception. We know Saleh, he pressures the quarterback. He forces turnovers. Offensively, I just don't know what to expect. I know Jennings is going to get involved some way, some fashion. Christian McCaffrey, who's having a damn good year, putting the team on his back, he's going to have a good game as well. Take him anytime touchdown score. Just a quick lock right there for you. But what do you guys look forward to seeing from this game, man? Because looking at this, Sam Darnold's home. He's got the crowd, the 12th man. We know how loud that place can be. He's got a really good defense, top defense in the league. But offensively, it's like, listen, where we go? Because Saleh, man, he can dial it up, and he's done it without Fred Warner, his star middle linebacker, his pretty much his engine for that defense. So what do you guys look forward to seeing, and who do you guys like? Because like I said, I don't trust, and Brian going to disagree with me, but defense may win championships, but offense needs to score points. You can't beat San Francisco with field goals, Brian. You and I both know that. You're going to need to score some touchdowns. And look, Brock Purdy, he doesn't really turn the football over in big moments. He's a hit or miss. But Charles, I'll start with you, man. What do you look forward to seeing in this game, and who you like?
I think that that Seattle defense is going to make Brock look a little different.
Going to test him.
Brock Purdy can get colorblind sometimes too. He'll throw the ball to the other team. He's had, multiple interception games, like 3, 4, or even more. So if it turns into that kind of turnover game for him, I think Seattle will do well. As far as Darnold, he now has Jackson Smith and Jigba, and that dude is a monster. Yeah. He's a monster. Yeah, he's cut out almost like Puka Nacua to me.
Yeah, he's cut from that cloth.
He can just go get it. And I don't think that pass defense for the 49ers is kind of suspect at times. So,
that's true.
Yeah, so I think it's gonna be. I would put it, and I'll save the score for later, but it's going to be a close matchup. I'd say like 4 to 7 points is going to separate them.
But who's really got to have a good game for Seattle? Cal, Kenneth Walker's got to get going. I mean, he's only been in the end zone 5 times this year. Seattle's got to be able. If Sam Darnold wants to have any success in the passing game,
the running game,
they got to.
I think Charbonnet is going to have a say in it too.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
They've kind of did the dual back thing. So
yeah, and it's worked. And it's worked for Mike McDonald and this Seattle Seahawks offense. Brian, who do you? We know you're taking Seattle. That is
of course that's
obvious.
No question.
There's no question. I mean, right now Seattle has a 59% chance of what the public thinks that will win the game against San Francisco. And like I said, Brian, the more the injuries pile up, the harder it gets to get over the top of that mountain to get to the next round. And listen, I give all the praise to Kyle Shanahan, but damn, man, I would love to see this matchup right here if San Francisco's healthy. I swear I do.
Look, it's Seattle DBs are suffocating. They suffocate. They just suffocate. No one can blow them off the top. It can't. They don't
have that firepower to do it.
I get it, but they're still going to suffocate. It's Sam Darnold. Yeah, make it hard. Sam Darnold to me is just like Jim McMahon.
Oh my God!
I'm telling you, Jim McMahon couldn't. They won one Super Bowl, and he was terrible up to that point.
Bryant, no one's had the 85 Bears defense.
Yeah, but look, that's to my point. Seattle
is not the 85 Bears defense.
It's not, but it's that good. You get what I'm saying?
That's good enough to get him through the Super Bowl.
It's a fast team, and you know what? I got them going to the Super Bowl.
I bet that. We can bet that.
I got them going to the Super Bowl.
I would take that offer.
Defensively, they are like, whoo, unbelievable. Off the defensive side, that's going to help their offense.
Again, offense got to score points.
Yeah, you're right, but they don't have to score that many points you can win a game 7-3.
Don't let that regular season matchup between Seattle and San Francisco fool you. With Sam Darnold only when the final score is, I think it was like 13-10 or something like that. Don't let that game fool you.
Have you seen it before?
I have.
Have you seen it before? Oh, okay,
I have seen it before.
That's all I need. That's all I need.
Kyle, agree or disagree for Bryant?
On Seattle winning or
correct? On Seattle winning. Yeah,
I'm going with Seattle. First of all, let's understand this. San Francisco got a win last year against last weekend against an Eagles team that's playing bad. So that was fool's gold.
Fool's gold.
It was fool's gold. Secondly, I still haven't recovered from Dwight Clark's touchdown. I'm a Cowboys fan.
No!
Another one.
Why did you say
never going with San Francisco?
Oh, God damn. We get a Cowboys fan once a week.
So Darnold's going to have a great game. You watch. He's going to step up, have a great game, and Seattle's going to go in advance.
So how many touchdowns Sam Darnold throwing? 2?
He'll throw 2.
How many interceptions?
He's going to have a pick, but he's going to throw 2.
Okay. All right. Hey, look, I think I don't disagree with any of what you guys are saying in terms of the breakdown of this game. I just believe there's only so much that San Francisco is going to be able to do defensively. Offensively, with the Seattle defense, you got to have firepower to be able to go out there and set the tone offensively. And the loss of George Kittle, I don't care what anybody says. I look at this matchup. I'm looking across the field. Not having George Kittle in the field, that just gives more of the edge to Seattle because that's one less nuclear juggernaut you have to cover on the defensive side. And for San Francisco, for Brock Purdy, that's a weapon you love and must have in this type of game, especially in the divisional round of the playoffs. There's only going to be so much Christian McCaffrey can do. Yes, he can run. He can catch out of the backfield 1,000%. Jennings had a really good game last week against Philadelphia. He showed up and stepped up. But when it comes down to division games, especially the further you get, you got to be able to score points. And Seattle being the number 1 defense in the league, they only hold their opposing opponents to less than 14 points. That's 2 touchdowns a game. I mean, defensively, that's impressive. I just don't see Seattle having the edge, I should say, from the offensive side to pretty much make it a game where it's like, okay, let's put the game in Sam Darnold's hand. Let Sam Darnold and an offense beat us. Because if the defense is getting off the field on 3rd down and Sam Darnold's doing what he's supposed to do in terms of rather getting in the end zone or putting up multiple field goals, I like Seattle's chances. So I'm going to go up the Seahawks and win on Saturday. Nothing against Sam Darnold, nothing against Kyle Shanahan at all. Brock Purdy, it's been a great year for the 49ers. Coach Saleh has revamped this defense from top to bottom, and the adversity that San Francisco has been able to overcome and get over during this course of this NFL season, 12-5. I mean, I didn't think they would have this many wins with the amount of injuries that they had. George Kittle being in and out of the lineup, being banged up. And listen, we know George Kittle wasn't 100% coming into Philadelphia's game, but that's just the will to win, his heart as a Lion to go out there and lace them up with his guys. So give me Seattle to win at home. Seattle's 14-3. I like them to win. That'll be January 17th on Fox, 8 o'clock Eastern time. You guys will be able to watch that game very, very on all your Fox or local channels. Sorry, 49ers fans. I'm really sorry. And Dave McSwain's been blowing my phone up about Niners this, Niners that. And I'm like, listen, as much as I want to say bang, bang, Niner gang, I'm just going to have to go with the 12th man. get us to the NFC Championship for the first time in a long time since, of course, when they had the Legion of Boom when Pete Carroll was the head coach and Russell Wilson was the quarterback. So, and Seattle fans need this as well. It's been a long time for them since they've been back at that point in the game. So look forward to seeing those two teams match up. But damn, give Kyle Shanahan Coach of the Year right now for what he's been able to do. That's my vote. In the game, I'm sure Brian's nervous about, because if I was him, I would be nervous too in some form or some fashion, especially what we seen last week and what we seen from this 12-5 Los Angeles Rams team throughout the year. That's the divisional round matchup. The Chicago Bears are back at home after winning last week, their first playoff win since 2018. I know Brian was excited about that. I know he was somewhere happy, but you know, eventually that smile then turns into a straight face, and the straight face turns into a miserable face, and then the miserable face turns into a pissed off face. And that's what you're going to have to deal with on Sunday when Matthew Stafford, Nakua, Devontae Adams, and Sean McVay come to town, baby, in Chicago. Now we know it's going to be cold in Chicago. It's going to be cold at 6:30. Ooh, temperature's going to be below 15 degrees. It's going to be cold. But listen, Matthew Stafford, I like him. I like him anywhere. Heat, winter, thunderstorm, hurricane, tornado. This is going to be an exciting game, and I look forward to seeing it. But Brian, man, what must the Bills? I'm sorry. Let me repeat that. I'm saying the Bills. I'm thinking about
say the Bills.
What must the Bears do to slow down this hot Los Angeles Rams offense of Matthew Stafford and company coming to town on Sunday?
Keep them off balance. Defensive scheme, a lot of pressure. You got to keep the ball out of my man's hand. You just can't get him the ball. You got to double him and man everybody else up, and just bring the heat. You got to bring the heat for 4 quarters. You throw Stafford off balance, then we got a shot. It's just what it is. You know, offensively, we got to get going early, and instead of in the fourth quarter. Like you can't be down 2 or 3 touchdowns and get 3 touchdowns in the fourth damn quarter. You got to gradually build yourself up. But not against the Rams. Rams get on your ass, they're not going to get off. It's just what it is. So, you know, the Bears, they have to work on both sides of the ball to get this game, to have a shot to win it. Can they win it? Yeah, they can. If the Rams get a good enough lead to where they fall asleep and give the Bears an opportunity, then man, they've done it. They've done it every freaking game. I can't believe it. You can turn it off, and next thing you know, wake up and they won. So we'll see. But I'm definitely. I got to go for my Bears. It's my home team. It's just what it is.
Hey, Kyle, I mean, you know, when Brian says, you know, he turned TV off and then turned back on, they won the game. I mean, in the fourth quarter last week against the Green Bay Packers, they scored 25 points in the fourth. That is something that will not happen against the Rams. When we look at the Rams side on offense, we know they have the top 5 offense in the league. We know Nakua. You're going to need C.J. Gardner-Johnson back, Brian. Just FYI, you didn't have him last week against Green Bay, but I certainly guarantee you're going to need him because Nakua is going to have a day, or either Devontae Adams is going to have a day. Mm-hmm. Somebody is going to have a day in Chicago. So, Kyle, who do you like on Sunday?
First of all, Chicago's going to need the 85 Bears defense.
There you go.
They're going to need the 85 Bears defense. But with that said, it might be cold enough that those LA boys ain't going to be able to play well enough that they look good enough to play against the 85 Bears. So I think the Bears are going to squeak it out.
Oh! Wow.
I think it's going to be too cold.
Wow.
Stafford, I love Stafford. Love him.
So we got Bears and Bears.
Brothers don't do well and on them wideouts in the cold, man.
Well, listen.
You have no idea. You have no idea how hard that damn ground is when it's cold. My dude, my cleats were freezing. It's just what it is. It can't. Your cleats can't go. You can't go into the ground. It's like you're running on coal. It's crazy how that field is. It's like a rock. So, you know, Nakua is not going to get that footing like he's used to dig down into the freaking astroturf or fake grass and be able to turn the corner. If one bad little finger, that go feel like it's just going to break in half. I don't care.
Is that right? Is that right?
I don't care. I don't care what kind of insulated gloves he have. It's going to go right through him. Because look, I had to wear like 2 pair, and I still got arthritis in my damn hands. It's crazy.
Hey, Calc, you want to take care of this, or you want me to take care of it? You take care of it. You take care of it. You take care of it.
I was going to ask, what college did Puka play at? I think it was BYU. That's
BYU. Yeah, it's cold in BYU. Oh, wait, Calc. I got one more. I got one more, Calc. Don't they have a receiver by the name of Devontae Adams?
Oh, yeah.
Who played in Green Bay and Aaron Rodgers and that cold weather all those years in the playoffs?
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
Don't they have a quarterback by the name of Matthew Stafford?
He was in the dome, though. He was in the dome.
Yeah, he's in the dome.
But he played like the Bears.
I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to tell you this story. I went to Morehouse 2 years ago and stayed down there for half a year, and it was in March, and I got used to that weather, and I came home in freaking April. It was cold as hell. It was like 60 degrees. I was fucking freezing. So let me tell you something. When you out there in LA and you come back, it's a whole different thing.
Now, I will say this about the Bears are good, that their defense is good for creating turnovers. But that's what's going to happen. Because if you allow Puka to go off, and Stafford likes to drop the ball in the bucket for him as well. If he gets going, guess what's going to happen with Devontae? He's going to be slanting across the middle.
Yep.
And you might have a two-headed monster then, because both their running backs like the gash, both Corum and Kyron. Now, the thing about Kyron Williams is he'll drop the ball on the carpet. So, you have to contend with that. But yeah, offensively, you got two, geniuses at coach. So it's going to be fun to see how they just really dial it up and say, hey, go have at it. But I think if those DBs for the Bears don't control Puka Nacua and Devontae, it's going to be a long, real cold day in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I agree.
I mean, listen, when we look at the postseason stats for these two teams, I mean, the Bears lead the postseason this year so far in total yards, averaging over 352 yards a game. Mm-hmm. That's not going to happen on Sunday. The Rams, of course, they're third with 295 yards a game, fifth and rushing with 116, fourth, obviously, and on defense, and then fifth in sacks. And listen, Caleb Williams, I mean, he might have had a spectacular fourth quarter against Green Bay, but if Caleb Williams ain't starting up this first half or coming out the gates and Ben Johnson, this offense is flowing with DJ Moore and DeAndre Swift, Chicago's in trouble. I'm just going to tell you how I see it happening, because Sean McVay has the juggernaut. He's got the speed. He's got the pass rush. He's got the offensive power. He's got the running game. He's got a quarterback. He's got an offensive line. And offensively, I like Rams more than I like the Bears, because one thing about the Rams, man, they every quarter, their offense is going. That offense is flowing. That engine is flowing. The oil's dripping. Other hand, Chicago, I mean, Caleb Williams, I don't know what I'm going to see. I mean, and if you wait till the fourth quarter, the game's going to be over. I'm telling you that right now, Brian. So if I'm going to give my pick now, give me the Rams at home, on the road, Sunday, going into Chicago, Soldier Field, and sending all those cold Chicago fans home angry. Kyle, Calc, who you guys like on Sunday, Bears or Rams?
I got the Bears.
Oh, my God. The Bears. Oh, shit. Calc, man, I'm thinking it's a 2-on-2 matchup here, man.
I think so, man.
I think so, man.
Yeah, I think so, man. It's I got.
You don't trust Caleb Williams, do you?
Huh? Who?
You don't who? Hey, Brian. Wait, Brian. Answer this for me, Brian.
I'm not saying
answer this. What we saw the color of his nails last week against Green Bay. Can you give us a preview of what it's going to be this weekend? Can you give us a little bit of insight?
He probably gonna have a bunch of sprinkles on this shit. Who the hell knows? You know, what I mean, he dipping and putting his fingers as sprinkles and chocolate and shit.
I ain't gonna hang out with the dude, but
I know doing that. Just play the game, man. But all that's some bullshit right there. But I
now the thing I didn't mention. They got a 3-headed monster at tight end for the.
Oh my! I didn't even say that.
And
Brian's a former tight end. I didn't even say that.
Oops. Yeah, so you can't really key in, because they'll have them blocking sometime, and then they'll go out in the pass pattern, and it's like, what do I do? So it's going to be interesting, man. I'm going with the Rams.
Look, I'm going with the Rams too, but look out for Loveland for Chicago, man. What he did last week, and what he did against Green Bay, man, he was a part of that fourth quarter comeback success right there with 25 points in the quarter. So look out for that. This game here will be Sunday at 6:30 Eastern time on NBC. Chris Collinsworth and Mike Tirico will have the call. Maria Tella and the crew will have the pregame set up for you guys on NBC with the crew. Look forward to seeing this game right here Sunday night with the Cole. The Patriots already won, but actually, never mind. I'll say it for a rainy day. We had already won, so we'll be looking forward to seeing this game here. We're gonna go to a different part of tonight's episode where I kind of want to pick Kyle's brain because him and Brian have both been around the game of basketball for. If you put both ages and brains and experience together, that's well over 50 years of coaching experience and seeing tons of games, tons of talent from obviously back in the hardcore days when you can elbow somebody down low and get away with it versus today where if you look at an official wrong or say something to a player in a crazy or unprofessional way, it's a technical foul and an ejection. So, Kyle, I'll go with you, and Brian, you could piggyback after Kyle, and Kyle, you could chime in, but you have been around the game of basketball for a very long time, coach and coach at a very high level and seen a lot of tons of talent, especially from your Players Fam days of being a part of that organization. It was another successful AAU organization who has had many great NBA players come through that program, which are now being real successful, your son being included. But with today's era of basketball, Kyle, from what you've seen from your experience from coaching and then obviously being on the sidelines, what are some of the things – from your eyes that have changed, and is the game in good hands now? Or what's the future of basketball? What's your take?
Well, the future of basketball is always going to be good because it's always going to evolve into something that may be different, but it's still going to be basketball. I can remember seeing Tim Thomas when he was a sophomore in high school at 6'9", play guard and dominate a game. Now that 6'9" is out shooting threes, so and it's still good basketball. So I think the game of basketball is still in good hands. The players individually, it's a different animal now. They're not as driven because they're not out on the blacktop playing as much as they used to play, and back in our day or even before us. And so they're more, workout driven. So, they got mixtapes and a workout guy and everything like that. And, it takes away from their creativity. And I think it takes away from the game, but the game evolves into that. Just like the NBA has turned into a three-point shooting, bonanza, and it hasn't stopped the ratings or anything or the money coming in, but it's a different game, the NBA. But on all levels, it's going to evolve into something different. Hey, Brian, you talked about Indiana's football team being old. Look at some of these college players that are playing now that, are old. So it's evolving into something different. It's still going to be good basketball, but it's just going to be different.
I mean, listen, you talk about we got players that have already put their name into the draft, went through the draft process, rather they got drafted or went undrafted, be in the G League, and then we see today with a few players, Louisville and Baylor included, they got players to grab from the G League to come back to play collegiate sports. I mean, how's that possible? Is that even legal, Bryant?
Yeah, overseas it's pretty much the same thing. So, overseas they got players that's playing in the overseas market. They leave from overseas and coming to college, over in America to play a year or two and get drafted. So they playing professional over there. They come into college, and college now, college has always been a professional. Division I is just professional sports. The only reason why it doesn't make it that extreme professional is because of age back in the day when you played at 19, 20, 21. Today, you're playing at 23, 24, and 25. So it's a pro game now beyond pro. And they're sitting there looking at it and say, hell, you might as well let him come back because it's a pro game anyway and he's getting paid. So who cares anymore? It's just they don't even talk about the ACT and the SATs anymore.
Is that a requirement still? Probably not.
Yeah, I don't even hear about that anymore.
Is that a requirement?
That's just
Probably
gone.
not.
I think it's just that's gone. And you just have to have a grade point average above 2.3 and you're good. And that's the way it was before Prop 48 back in the 80s. And it just kind of screwed me with all these different rules and stuff. But now it's so much money to be made. They don't even care about the SATs and ACTs anymore. Just make sure your grades are on point.
Yeah, Cal, go ahead because I wanted to share. But what's your perspective on, because you see the West Coast in terms of basketball out there over the course of your time in LA. What do you think has changed in the game of basketball from the coaching perspective to the fundamental perspective, from obviously the grind and the passion and joy for the love of basketball? What's changed in your opinion?
Well, as Kyle alluded to, it's more of a perimeter game now. So, everybody's 3-point happy, and so even centers, that are 7 feet plus are shooting them. Look at Victor Wembanyama. So, but as far as the coaching side, I think it's more now schemes to create like the coach for JJ Redick for the Lakers. He's a great scheme guy. He can X and O you to death, but there are still the nuances of the game that are the foundational parts. You got to have a big, if you need a stop late and trying to get to the paint, you got to have somebody to congest that paint. So, right. But yeah, I as Kyle said, the game is in good hands. It's going, however it continues to evolve, it's gonna be okay. And I think it'll kind of slide some back to a bit of low post at times, because especially in playoff basketball, the game slows down. And you don't get
scoring doesn't. The scoring doesn't. I mean,
yeah, but you got to try to get a bucket at times, and so everything won't be that 3-point shot. So
yeah.
But I tell you where the game has changed, and it's changed tremendously, and that's in high school.
Oh my God! Yeah, it's devastating.
It's sad because now. In the inner cities, are not as dominant anymore,
right?
Or deep
because now they're leaving and going to all these prep schools and these Catholic schools,
right? Or the charter schools.
Charter schools. Oh my God!
Yeah, it's
one on every corner.
Yeah, it's in Newark alone, you have 27 charter schools in that little city. And
how's
it's
that? That's insane.
It's like
the talent is spread out.
I'm like. I saw a school, Global Studies. I asked one of the coaches, "What the hell is that?" It's and some other charter schools that I'd never even seen before. And I'm like, okay, what do you have? 5 kids in a classroom? It's not enough kids to go around. And I'm like, I'm sitting there looking at it, and I don't think you will ever have another state champion coming out of Newark ever again because of it.
Hey,
it's bad.
Can I throw both you guys a question? How has AAU changed it?
Well,
go ahead, Cal.
See, there's a difference between what the average person sees AAU as, and the elite player sees AAU as. If you're an elite player, AAU, I think it's imperative that you play AAU because you want to, for two reasons. You want to play against the best to be able to gauge where you are. Also, the camaraderie you build. Now, I don't like that part only because then you start to see each other and you shake each other's hands. I don't want you shaking the other team's hand. But most AAU isn't elite. And so you're paying all this money to go to a game where you win 103-7, or, you know, there's 3 forfeits in the tournament. And that gives AAU, from what Brian and I know, a bad name. I don't have one. My son played for the players from 7 years old till 17 years old. And I don't have one bad word to say about, besides Jim Salmon. I don't have one bad word to say.
Can we get the bong, Chris? Can we get the bong? Oh,
one
my
bad word to say about when you say AAU, you got to separate elite basketball, etc., and regular rec.
I think Bryant might know who that is. I think he may know. That was nice. I think, and he did it on this platform. I love that.
That's my guy. Jim's my guy.
I love that. Oh man, I mean,
Charles, you don't know Jim, do you?
No, you don't want to know. You don't want to know.
He's a good guy at heart.
Yes, Jimmy and I, we've always rammed heads, and you know we go back and forth, and there's some practices of some things that he does that I don't agree with, and there's some things that he does well. So, exactly. You know, I'm all for the kids, no matter what. I want them to be at the top of their game as far as they can go, and if I can push them to help them do that, I don't slide politics in there. That's just me. I'm speaking on me and on my behalf, but you know I can't speak that for other coaches and what they do and how they choose to do it and how they decide to profit from it. So if they choose to do so, you know, let their conscience live within themselves. Yeah. But me, I was always about the kid and nothing else. And Randy Foy and all my kids can always attest to that I was always about them.
Did you have Mike, little point guard Mike?
Mike.
Light skin, might be Puerto Rican.
Mike White?
No,
Mike.
He went to Wagner. Did he go to Wagner? One of those?
No. No, that's I know what Mike you talk about. No, I didn't have him.
Little hard nose.
Yeah. I forgot where he went to school,
I can't think of his name.
I can't think of Mike, but because the Mike I had was Mike White, but the Mike you're talking about, was he at St. Pat's or one of those schools?
He's at a North school. I thought he was at East Side.
Oh, Mike, you're not talking about Mike Galarcy.
No, he's Irvington.
Yeah, he's Irvington. He's Irvington. Yeah.
I remember his name. I remember his name later. Little hard nose. Man.
I think it's a disservice of what we're seeing from the high school basketball perspective in terms of the high school level, because the game has changed in so many different ways where, you know, you have high level D1 Power 5 schools that were predominantly preparing for their next year freshman class coming in and trying to recruit the best, where, you know, like Kyle said, you want to be on that PCM circuit. You want to have that exposure with pretty much all the Power 5 and all Division I coaches, rather high, low, or Tier 1 schools, I should say, at those games to see you play. But the fact that fast forward, we're in a college basketball era where these coaches these days, especially Power Fives and down, they don't recruit freshmen. I mean, I know John Calipari is one of the very few that still do that because he just loves coaching young men and giving them the opportunity. But it's a disservice, and especially with the NCAA these days not having any rules and regulations in place where it's okay for a kid to transfer 3-4 times and still not get to that level of whatever that kid is looking for. And it's like, okay, after that 3 or 4th school, is this kid going to graduate at all? Or what's his next plan if the NBA is not the next phase or the G League or overseas or whatever? So just in terms of that, these kids shouldn't allow to do that, because as coaches, what are you teaching, or what discipline are you instilling into these players in terms of when things get tough? How do you bounce back? How do you react? How do you deal with adversity? How do you overcome adversity? Like, whereas like, oh, well, I'm going to go to this X, Y, and Z university. Oh, great. Not playing. Going to transfer year 2. Go there, another university year 2. The coach doesn't like me. Going to go to the portal again year 3. And it's like, and I've always said this, even when the whole, before NIL even became a thing, was I've always said that, and I've said it on multiple platforms, where a lot of kids, and it's even more so now, a lot of players don't get the opportunity to unpack their bags at these places, because before you know it, it's packed up in 6 months and right back to the next place. So I think that the NCAA has got to put something a plan in place, definitely a commissioner that can come in here and kind of put some rules in place and hold the line with these universities, because it's not fair. It's not fair.
Toothpaste is out of the tube.
Yeah, it's all over the place, and everybody is pretty much doing what they want to do. So we're seeing what happens from there. But a good question, Cal, in regards to Brian and Charles, Brian and Kyle, sorry, in regards to your question with the game of football, because these two guys here, man, I mean, like I said, over 50 years of knowledge and multiple wins and state championships and all these things like that. And Brian's coach players has went on to go to Division I in the NBA, and Kyle's has seen coach also players that have played Division I and go play in the NBA, son included. So always good to get perspective and knowledge from two greats in the game of basketball with tons of connections from top to bottom. So we're going to transition to our next segment. We're almost at the finish line, fellas. Hang in there. And that's our Unfiltered segment, a new segment that we've introduced last week on episode 46. Bryant pretty much goes on a unfiltered rant. It used to be called Coach Garv's Hot Take, but until we get the things in line for the segment, we're just going to call it Unfiltered with Bryant Garvin. Here we go.
All right. So, gentlemen, it's one of the things that I sit there and I look at sports and the Epstein files and all this other bullshit that's going on throughout the course of the it's just crazy about what we have in the climate and all this other nonsense going on with Trump. But one thing that I just can't stand, and I got to say something about it, is with Jason Whitlock. I have to put this out here. Jason Whitlock. Every freaking thing that he says, he takes something positive and make the shit negative. Every single time. He's discrediting Shedeur Sanders like he was the worst piece of shit on earth. He's sitting there. I think he'll discredit his mother if he could for a buck. It's disgusting. It's sickening. I'm sick of him and all these other, and he made it political with Republicans. I don't give a shit what you are. Don't discredit kids and athletes because they out there busting their ass and to make $1. It's sad. It's disgusting, and it makes me want to vomit the way this world is. And everybody, the media had to be negative. You had this one black female reporter that said something good by the Jacksonville head football coach, and then they made that shit negative. Like, can we get a break to where we at least give some praise with grace and keep moving on and make something positive in this world? Just can't fucking do it. It just got to make it negative, because negativity is selling papers and likes and shares and all this other shit. Everything's got to be negative. I'm a positive guy. I'm a negative guy when it's supposed to be. I don't make nothing positive negative. Jason, we're like, what the fuck are you doing? You got to change your attitude, man, because right now, nobody likes you. And if they do, there's something wrong with them. And that's my Unfiltered.
Ooh. 2 for 2, Bryant. Your 10-day contract. You've been extended another 10-day contract. Another 10-day. You see, Kyle, one of the things that, we were able to do from a creative standpoint is we want to be able to continue to do things differently and elevate, right? Because some of the things you do the year before, you can't do the same thing because you can get the same results. So it's like, how do we get better? How do we grow? How do we make this sports podcast and show more exciting and more entertaining? Because we are in the entertainment world in terms for our viewers that will come and watch each and every week. And Brian said Unfiltered. I said Unfiltered. He went on an impressive rant last week about Temple and the state of emergency for Temple football. And I told him last week, I said, look, man, if we're gonna put this out there for the world to see, we're going to put it on a 10-day contract because if I don't like it, it's getting X'd out and it's going in the trash can, and we'll go back to the drawing board and figure something else out. But he's 2 for 2. He's starting off the year 26 right. So let's get into our next segment, Rewind of the Week. And, Kyle, I hope you are prepared and primed and ready because I'm coming at you with the heat. Let's go, baby. Rewind of the Week, episode 47. On this week's edition, episode 47 of Rewind of the Week, it's Kyle Anderson Sr. and his own Kyle Anderson, a member of the Utah Jazz. And if you guys didn't know, I'm sorry, Kyle, but the Chicago Bulls did just beat the Utah Jazz 128-86 at home.
They won a game.
They won a game.
They won it. You know how I feel about that bum. The head coach.
Billy Donovan?
Oh,
Billy Donovan.
Well,
because Kyle, my cousin plays for the Bulls. Javon Carter. Carter. And he doesn't play him, but he's a bump. You got Billy Donovan. You've been there for freaking 100 years.
You got a contract extension.
It got a contract extension to be mediocre.
Yeah.
Javon was in Memphis. Wasn't he?
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
he got drafted. Yeah. Right. To be mediocre, you got an extension. Hell, let me coach.
So,
I got a better story with Donovan. He was recruiting little Kyle, and he came to Whitey to St. Anthony's practice, and I met him there. And so he pulls me outside. He says, this is before he comes to the house and gives a spiel. He says, I hear that he's asking for $100,000. I said, well, Billy, I'm not asking for anything. He goes where he wants to go. He said, because we don't do that. I said, Billy, you didn't hear me ask for that or anything like that. Enough said. About a week later, after Billy gave his spiel and everything, a week later, I get a call from a reporter who says, is Kyle going to be eligible? I said, yeah. And he said, well, did the NCAA contact you? I said, contact me for what? He said, be prepared. A day later, I get a call from the NCAA. He's ineligible because he's going to get paid $100,000 to go wherever he goes. And I know it was Donovan, one of his assistants, because the reporter said he got it from Donovan's assistant.
Wow.
Now, I don't think Billy was bad-mouthing him, but I think Billy let his assistants know, and his assistant ran with it.
Wow.
I like Billy, but yeah.
I call him Billy Donovan. He won two titles, national titles, and then he hasn't done shit since. He had those studs back to back, and that was it.
Noah Kim, Noah.
Yeah.
Noah, Al Horford,
and I think Noah is a bum.
Well, let's finish, Bryant. Let's finish. 120. And Brian's a Bulls fan, FYI, for you didn't know. So 128-126 was your final. Bulls take the win at home. They improved to 19-21 on the season. Jazz fall to 14-26. We do know that the Jazz are putting together a young core of trying to build for the future. And Kyle Anderson in 17 minutes of play, 7 points, 3 or 4 from the field, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. Pretty impressive flip. 19 points. Keontae George, who's been a most improved player so far, in my opinion, this year. 34 minutes, 25 points, 8 of 17 from the field. But Bulls side, Bryant Volchevich, 35 points, led the team in scoring. And then after that, it's pretty much everyone had 13 points and below. Ayo Dosunmu with 15 points. But that's besides the point. If you guys didn't know, Kyle Anderson was drafted in the league, has been in the league, since 2014. He's been acquired by the Jazz via trade in 2025. Anderson joins Utah as a veteran rotational forward, adding experience to a young and rebuilding roster with D Wade being in the front office and Coach Will being on the sidelines for Utah. That are trying to put some piece together, and of course having a new draft pick this year, lottery pick in Ace Bailey, who Bryant really likes. We know that Kyle brings leadership, spacing, versatility. He's able to handle the ball, make reads, and guard multiple positions. With Utah's focus increasingly on the youth like Keontae George and Flip, we know that Anderson's minutes are supportive, but of course he's not starting for the Utah Jazz team. Playmaking, he has a size, he has a high basketball IQ. Just look at the tape from his days in San Antonio under the great Greg Popovich. He's efficient shooting. He's played under the great Steve Kerr and Golden State. But for you, Kyle, seeing your son since being in the league since 2014, seeing him have so much success and playing high basketball IQ level with the Spurs and so many other great organizations, what are some of the things that you have been proud of with Kyle, both on the court and off, since his time and rise from St. Anthony's to the Players Fam to, of course, now being in the NBA for over 10 years?
Probably the thing that I'm most proud of is that everyone who comes in contact with him has no bad words to say about him. He is a better person than he is basketball player. And I'll give you a great example. We're at a tournament out in Washington, D.C., and we're playing in Georgetown's auxiliary gym. There's no seats, chairs around. And so we realized we play in another gym, and we're getting ready to leave. And as we're getting on the van, I'm looking, where is little Kyle? And then he comes running out. I said, my man, you got to be with us. And he said, well, Dad, I got a chair for the old lady that was standing there watching the game, because I wouldn't want grandmom to be standing up like that. So I went and found her a chair. Mm-hmm. That's the type person he's always been. That's the type person he is today. Mm-hmm. And I'm so proud of that. And the other thing, and you notice both these things are not basketball. The other thing that I'm very proud of him about is him and I have not lost our relationship. Through the rough times of being a dad and coaching your kid, he's been able to see through the hardness that I had to instill and give him, to understand that there's a bigger picture. And I'm not yelling at him simply because I want to yell at him. I'm trying to get him to a level. When he first went to San Antonio, he had an interview with the San Antonio whatever, and he said, I never thought my dad thought I was good until I was a senior in high school, because I never heard him say that I'm good. So I always thought he thought I was a bum. And it's not that I thought he was a bum because he was top 10 in America since 11 years old. I just didn't think there was a reason for me to compliment you and pat you on the back and always tell you you're great. Your mother will do that. It's not my job. My job is to make sure 100%. If your coach says touch that line, you touch that line. And if you don't, well, you got to hear from me after the game or practice or whatever. So, I'm very proud of him, his basketball endeavors, but I'm more proud of him as a person than I am basketball.
Shout out to Kyle Anderson Sr. giving much love. Brian, that sound like you?
It's exactly like me.
You guys are cut from the same cloth, man.
It's exactly. And Jayla couldn't handle it, but she's starting to see the bigger picture. It's a big picture, let your mother do all that coddling. I'm not coddling.
How old is she?
She's 26.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Brian, here's the player I was talking about, Booby.
Booby, yes.
Did you have Booby?
No, I didn't. He was at Booby was at Science.
Yes, that's right.
Yes, he was at Science. He was supposed to come to me, but he chose to go to Science. Yes. He played with the other two guys. I was recruiting them all.
Yeah. I know.
I was getting everybody. I was like, Corey Taylor. I said, hey, no, I'm going to get this kid, that kid. I was all over the place getting guys everywhere. And everybody's upset at it.
I'm
yeah,
sure.
they were mad at you.
I'm sure. It's time for our last segment of the night, gentlemen. Let's go home. It's Floss and Moss. Now, keep in mind, for this upcoming segment, it's flossy. You can floss. It's adjustable. But I look forward to seeing what you guys think about what I have, especially my top 5 going into the division round this weekend. But let's get into our last segment of the night, episode 47's edition of Floss with Moss. Give it to me, Chris. All right, you guys got to understand that I have the floor, and what I say, I am the judge, the juror, and the prosecution team. All right, there will be no legal defense for this upcoming segment. You just have to listen, and what I say goes. All right, let's get into it. We break down this weekend's matchup on Sunday, 3:00 between the Houston Texans and the New England Patriots. All credit to C.J. Stroud and the Houston Texans team because, damn, if memory serves me correctly, I believe I've been on this platform for multiple weeks and said, if you give C.J. Stroud an offensive line, and if that offensive line can improve, and if Nico Collins can come back and be healthy and perform, that the Texans will make the playoffs. I think I said that. Did I say that? I said that. I know I did. And now here we go. Fast forward. The Texans went into the wild card into Pittsburgh, took care of the Pittsburgh Steelers, putting up 30 points to 6. Now they have a date with a real team, a real NFL team, a real playoff team with experience. And if memory serves me correctly, last time Patriots played the Texans at home in a playoff game, they came to the game with all these varsity jackets trying to look all cute. J.J. Watt and the crew, like they were mean and they were coming to get ready to do. They were going to come into Gillette Stadium with Tom Brady and the crew and win. That wanted to be a disaster. Bill Belichick and the Patriots took care of them. But now we're in a new regime, right? We have Coach Vabro, who has revamped this organization in 1 year, 12-win team, first time since 2018-19 season. I look forward to this matchup on Sunday because why? I mean, listen, we got Drake May, we got Stephon Diggs, a former Texan, knows this team front, hand, and back. But it's one thing I did want to do for this particular segment, and I just wanted to shine a light on Houston Texans head coach. And I know you guys are probably saying, well, why would I do that if I'm a Patriots fan? Well, it's pretty impressive because under DeMeco Ryans, I mean, the Texans have just been pretty much a new team. They have 11 wins, 0 playoff appearances 3 years before he got there. You guys remember when they had like Matt Schwab and Andre Johnson, and they just couldn't. Oh, the coaching was just so ridiculous. And then they went and got Bill O'Brien with Deshaun Watson, and that just don't even get me. Then Bill O'Brien, he traded away DeAndre Hopkins. Don't even get me started. Fast forward 3 years since DeMeco Ryans been with the Texans. He has over 35 wins as a head coach and 3 divisional round appearances. Brian and I saw the game when they played. They went to Kansas City and lost that. And again, Houston wasn't healthy going into that game. But let's look at the Houston Texans. They are a pretty good explosive football team. C.J. Stroud is having a really good year to end the year. They went on an impressive win streak to get to this point in the playoffs. But you guys know that I'm going with the New England Patriots at home. I mean, listen, this is playoff football. This is Patriot football. It's hard to come to Gillette Stadium and win. I mean, listen, we got Mike Vabro having a busted lip last week at home. I mean, let's just call it for how we see it. It'll be an interesting matchup. Stevenson has got to get going as a run game. And Drake May, listen, give him time. He make plays happen. So I look forward to seeing what Stephon Diggs is going to do. He's going to get over 75-yard receiving against his former team. But the Patriots defense, one of the tough defenses in the NFL, we got to stop Nico Collins. And we cannot allow C.J. Stroud to get outside the pocket because he's an explosive mobile quarterback, and he can do it with his arm and his legs. It'll be an interesting matchup. Getting the Patriots at home, I don't really care who y'all like to win because I know Brian's going with the Texans. Cal, you've been on my team all night, so please tell me you're going with the Patriots, right? You're going with the Patriots, right? Going with the Patriots? Picking the Patriots?
I think, it might be the Patriots. It's going to be close.
Might.
Though. It's gonna be
close. That's exactly why you might not get a text to come back no more. Exactly like that.
Patriots.
Thank you, Carl.
Patriots.
You Carl. Patriots.
I said
I'm trying to come back.
Give me the New England Patriots at home. I like this matchup. I think it'll be a tough test for New England. Houston is no slouch, not whatsoever. 12-5 team. I mean, offensively, what C.J. Stroud and this offense has done has been pretty impressive to watch. But matchups I look forward to seeing. If we can get Gonzalez back, Christian Gonzalez, who was out in the fourth quarter last game with a concussion injury. I don't know. His status right now is game time decision, but you need your best cornerback on the field on Sunday against the Houston Texans. All said and done. I don't care what's his problem. Your best is required in the playoffs. And damn it, Drake May is 1-0 in his playoff career, and I look forward to seeing him going 2-0 and the New England Patriots to advance to yet another AFC Championship game. This is the New England standard I'm used to seeing, in the Brady days, and I don't give a damn if it's Buffalo. I don't give a damn if it's Denver. Preferably, I would prefer Buffalo because I can't stand those sorry asses, and I look forward to seeing them again and beating them because we split the season series 1-1. I didn't like that they came into New England and beat us because we were supposed to end their season right there in Gillette, but that didn't happen. So I don't give a damn who it is. Give me the Patriots at home. And now it's time for the important five, and that's my fantastic five, my starting five. And that's Monty's, my starting five going to division round weekend. Give it to me. Boom, baby, bang. My top five, we got the Seattle Seahawks at 1. Why? Because they got the number 1 defense in the league. We know that Sam Darnold is going to have to score some points against San Francisco if they want to win. Number 2, I got the Rams. Why? Because there hasn't been any pretty much of a defense so far this year. I know they had a hiccup loss in Carolina early in the year, but what they did against Carolina last week, and it's funny that I say this because I was sitting there watching the game, and when Matthew Stafford got that ball back, I said, listen, I done seen this play too many times. He's going to get the ball, and him and Sean McVay, they're going to walk it down the field, and they're going to end this game and send Carolina Panthers fans home miserable, sad, and disappointed. And yet the Carolina Panthers made the playoffs with a losing record, 8-9. I mean, something's got to give. But one thing I give Matthew Stafford credit for, anytime a quarterback goes into a huddle with a game-winning drive on the line and tells that players in that huddle, let's go take these players' hearts. I mean, I'll run through a brick wall. You want me to run a post route right now, Matthew? Just get it to me. I mean, his poise, determination, his willingness to slip your throat and watch you die is what he did against the Panthers last week. And then I got the Patriots at 3. New England, of course, yes, I know. Call it bias. I don't think it is. I just call it how I see it. Drake May and his offense is really impressive. I like the defense Mike Vrabel has put in the DNA with this 14-3 New England Patriots team. I know, Bryant, the Bears don't have that. Clearly, they're not on my 5, as you can see. San Francisco at 4. Number 2, Kyle Shanahan. I had to show Kyle Shanahan some love. Had to show him some love for the season that he's had. I do believe it comes to an end. And then the Houston Texans. I mean, how could I not have a top 2 defense? 1A, 1B, make the argument between them and Seattle at 5 because that defense, Drake May, they're going to have to figure this one out on Sunday because Houston defense, no slouch. Now I'm going to go around the room, and then I want you guys to give me a grade and give me your 5 going into the division round. If you disagree with my 5, Kyle said go Patriots, so I'm starting with him. What's my grade on my top 5, Kyle? Don't be biased. Be honest. Be honest.
No. I mean, what's the scale?
It's pretty much the top 5 teams that you like.
What's the scale to grade you?
Oh, A to F, A+ to F.
I'll get out a B+.
I'm okay with. I mean, look, I've always been a B student.
I'll give it a B+.
I'm cool.
I would take San Francisco out of there.
And who would you put in there?
And put the Bears in there at 4.
Oh, come on, man. Oh, yeah, hell no. Oh,
and I can go with leaving the other ones the same. But San Francisco, that was fool's gold, that win against
Philly. Okay. All right, Cal, give me my grade, man. I got a B+. So far, I'm passing this semester. I'm good. I mean, I got a B+. I'm good. Well, give me a grade, and if you disagree, who do you put in as your 5?
I'm gonna say probably B-.
Oh.
B-.
I still got a
yeah,
B.
it's still a B, but
that's a grade. But that's one grade higher than a C+. Why?
And I was trending towards C+. I was.
You bet. I would have told Chris, you got to go. You got to go. You got to go.
Because I don't see the Broncos on there.
Well, why would I put them on there? Why? My top 5 going into divisional round weekend.
And that's why I gave you B-.
I put Buffalo before I put Denver.
Really? I don't know, man.
I sneaked them in at 5.
Yeah, and I would probably swap 1 and 2.
You put LA at 1, Seattle at 2.
Yeah.
Well, after they beat Chicago, they'll be number 1 for sure. They might be number 1 next week going into conference championship round. That might be. So I gotta B-, Bryant. I already know because you're just disagree with anything I say these days. Super biased. You just. I already know what grade I'm getting. I guarantee it's gonna be a D. So give me my grade. Let's get this over with.
I'm giving you a C-. That is some nonsense.
That's worse than a D.
That's worse than a C. Yeah, C-. That's terrible. Seahawks, yeah. But when the Bears kick the Rams' ass, they going to 2. I'm just telling you that just like that. The damn Patriots, booty ass schedule all year long. You don't have Denver up there. This whole thing is a mess.
Look. No problem, man. Listen. I see me next week when my team's in the playoffs and yours is not. See me next week. You gonna have to see me. You gonna have to see me. Matthew Stafford. You saw the way Matthew Stafford.
I'm going to wake up the whole damn neighborhood. We win.
Well, that won't happen. Well, folks, it's been real. So for Kyle, Charles, last few words, signing remarks. Where can people find you on social media and tell us a little bit of some things that's coming down the pipe for some things in your world, Kyle? I know you like you said, you said it. The future is open, but I'm back where I belong. So give the people where they can support you, where they can find you. What are some things that's coming down the pipe in your world in 2026?
Well, first of all, let me say thank you for having me, both of you. I appreciate it, Brian, Coach.
Thank me. Don't thank Brian. Thank me.
Okay, well, thank you. But I've always admired Brian, watching him coach on the sideline. So I'm happy to finally meet you in person. Well,
indeed.
We need to meet in person, but virtually is good as we get there.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm coaching in this Jewish league for Hillel Yeshivitz. I'm really just coming back to see, can I keep my personality under control with this new wave basketball? So if this season goes well here, I may look to see if I can get into public schools or parochial. So that's about it.
We're rooting for you. I love that.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate it.
Always, man. And whatever we could do to help, or, hell, shit, if you get a head coaching job, man, who knows, man? Brian's looking for a gig. He got that itch again.
Hey.
I mean, if the school's got a table set up, I'll get my broadcasting gear. I'll broadcast the games. I don't really care. I mean, we'll fly Calc out. He'll be my color commentary guy. We'll make it happen. We'll figure it out.
True.
Indeed.
Nothing like putting a plan together. So, Calc, where can the people find you, support you, and as well as I know you're in LA, West Coast time, but what are some of the things you got coming down the pipe, or some things you look forward to, I should say, in the year 2026?
Well, you can catch me on IG. You see the handle Couch Move, also with TikTok. Not a whole lot on the TikTok side just yet. Just stuff coming down the pipe. Just moving a year closer to retirement. That's what I'm looking for. So I can just be like these guys and chill. But yeah, it's I'm an IT guy, so I can never sit on my laurels in terms of technology. So I'm always trying to see what's the hot thing out there. So always doing that. But yeah, just have really enjoyed this NFL season. It's one that I was wrapped around, and it was because I was in a fantasy football league. By the way, I came out on top of that, so I'll take that. But it wasn't 14 teams in my league.
Devastating.
Hey, and next time you have $100 you want to give away, just hit me up.
Oh my God.
Bryant, any last closing remarks before we sign off episode 47?
It was good meeting the fellas, Kyle and Cal.
Yeah.
Man, it was great. It was a great session. I look forward to meeting you guys in person as well, man. And Kyle, I think we go wind up coaching together somehow, somewhere. We figured it out.
We can do that.
Do you guys have each other information, numbers?
Nah.
Okay.
We can't share it on here.
No, clearly not.
You send it to me though, right?
Yeah, I can send it to you.
Okay. Yeah, send it to me.
I'll send it.
And text me. Text me, Kyle.
I'll send it Kyle after the show. You see, one thing about this platform, I just love to put it all together. Bridge the gap. And like I said, man, I think us as a culture, us as a country, as a world, we get more things done by working together than working against each other. So anytime we have the opportunity to let actions align with words, it's always an opportunity. So we've had guests that have been blessed to do that for us, and we'll continue to do that. And we want to say thank you to Kyle and Cal for coming on. But if please,
pleasure to meet you, Kyle.
Nice to meet you, my brother.
Absolutely.
I'll be on IG to check you out.
Snap now. If you haven't, please subscribe to our YouTube channel at @TheRewind_GSC3, as well as follow us on all of our social media platforms at @TheRewind_GSC3, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. We're on that platform also. Make sure you like and subscribe to our audio platform, Airwaves. And just an early preview of next week, we got some good news. We will be live, episode 48, from Upscale Cigars in South Orange, New Jersey, where owner Cuddy and his lovely wife will be opening the doors for us to come through there and do what we do. Now, I do know that Cuddy is a member of the Iota Fraternity League. I do know that he has a Harley. I do know that he's a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. And he's also an Ohio State Buckeyes fan. So I definitely look forward to see him next week, because them Ohio State Buckeyes had a lot of high hopes coming to the college football playoff. But boy, did Ryan Day spoil it and ruin it for everybody. But that's okay. We'll see. We're going to see him next week. But just want to give a special thank you to Kyle Anderson, the Couch Move. Thank you for taking the time to come on episode 47. We look forward to seeing you guys next week. GSC3 is on the road. Enjoy NFL football games, divisional games this weekend on Saturday and Sunday, and the national championship game on Monday. Martin Luther King Day. Happy early Martin Luther King Day to all of the culture, of course, but to everybody out there that supports the holiday, because I know some people that are against the man in the White House. Excuse me. But we look forward to seeing you guys next week by the grace of God. And as I always say before we sign off each episode, man, what am I going to say this week? Oh, I got it. Go Rams. Let's go, Stafford.
Let's go!
I was checking out the scouting report, and I don't see nothing but bums. You and your whole entire world know that I am the one. You and your squad ain't got nothing for me. Your organization is looking stressed, and now that you haters is running from me, I know that you see that I'm highly blessed.
Here we go. Yeah, we live with your boy Coach G. Yeah, we live with your boy Monty.
You and your squad ain't got nothing for me. Your organization is looking stressed, and now that you haters is running from me.